How do we actually build our world? And I'm not talking about just bricks and mortar. I mean the huge, complex systems that connect all of us. It turns out it often kicks off with something incredibly simple, the stroke of a pen. So let's dig into how entire realities can be born from just that one little gesture.
Okay, what you're looking at here is a phrase in Bengali. And yeah, it might look a little mysterious right now, but it holds the key to this entire idea. This is a concept that can spark revolutions, build new connections between continents, and organize entire nations.
So what does it mean? Well, translated, it's basically a formal order with one stroke of the pen. And that is our central theme right there. The idea that a signature isn't just some ink on a piece of paper, it's an act of creation. It's something that can fundamentally reshape the world around us. So, how does that actually happen?
All right, so we're talking about taking an idea and turning it into reality. Let's look at that incredible leap, from an abstract agreement on paper to consequences that you can literally see and touch. I mean, really think about that for a second. It's a pretty wild question, isn't it? How can a few people sitting around a table signing a document lead to thousands and thousands of miles of concrete and steel stretching across entire continents? What is the process that turns a political promise into a physical marvel?
To answer that, let's look at one of the most ambitious projects ever dreamed up, the Pan American Highway. This is a perfect physical example of our big idea in action.
Now, this isn't just one road. It is a massive, sprawling network designed to link the Americas, stretching for almost 30,000 miles. And this whole system, with its famous impassable jungle gap down in Panama, it didn't just grow organically over time. Nope. It was born from a series of international conferences and agreements. It was literally willed into existence by a stroke of the pen.
But here's the thing, this principle doesn't just apply to stuff you can drive on. That very same stroke of a pen is also responsible for building the invisible architecture of our modern world. The global systems that deal with labor rights, development aid, and just getting us all to cooperate.
Take a look at these two, for example. The International Labor Organization and the UN Development Program. These organizations are just as real and impactful as a highway, but they exist only because nations formally agreed to create them. They are these huge frameworks for global action, literally signed into reality.
So let's start connecting all the dots here. We've talked about a Bengali phrase, a gigantic highway, and these global organizations. The one common thread weaving through all of them is the incredible world-shaping power that comes from a single formal decision.
And this, right here, just lays it out perfectly. On one side, you have the simple, almost anticlimactic act, a signature, an agreement. And on the other side, the monumental result, a highway that spans continents, or global systems that guide development. That huge leap between the two is powered entirely by collective will, made official by that stroke of a pen.
So if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's that the complex, interconnected world we live in, well, it wasn't an accident. It didn't just happen, it was actively designed piece by piece through deliberate, formal decisions that set these massive chains of events into motion.
And that leaves us with a really fascinating question to think about. As we face all these new global challenges and dream up new possibilities, you have to wonder, what treaties, what agreements, and what decisions are being written right now? What new reality is just waiting to be created by the next stroke of the pen?